Welcome to Quiet Money, a space to slow down, to think deeply about money, time, and the way we live. Here, we don't chase noise, we listen, we reflect, and we learn how wealth really works, quietly, patiently, intentionally. So take a moment to breathe. Let this video play in the background, on your TV, your headphones, or while you rest. Because the answers you seek about money rarely come from noise, they come from calm and stillness. Let's begin. So, let me ask you something. Why is it that two people can earn the same income, live in the same city, have the same skills, and yet one builds wealth effortlessly, while the other always feels behind? Why does money seem to accumulate around certain people, almost as if time bends in their favor? It's not luck, it's not privilege alone, it's not even talent. It's the way they view time. The wealthy don't just spend money differently, they experience time differently. They use time as a tool, while others treat it as something slipping away. And once you understand this difference, truly understand it, your entire relationship with wealth begins to change. So take a breath, let your mind settle, and let's explore how the wealthy think about time, and why this quiet shift might be the most important financial lesson of your life. Time is the most democratic resource in existence. Everyone wakes up with the same 24 hours. No more, no less. But the experience of time, that's different for everyone. For some, time feels heavy, rushed, like a constant chase. For others, time feels light, expansive, like an open road ahead. The wealthy, in particular, learn early, or learn painfully, that money is not the real currency of life. Time is money flows, money moves, money returns, time doesn't. And so, generation after generation, the wealthy develop a relationship with time that is part philosophical, part psychological, and part strategic. They treat time as an asset. They protect it, they respect it, they stretch it, not by having more hours, but by using each hour differently. Meanwhile, most people trade hours for dollars, and slowly lose both. This is the foundational difference. Not a technique, not a hack, a worldview. And once you see how this worldview works, you can adopt it yourself, no matter where you're starting from. Most people live in the present moment only. Every decision fixes something immediate. Pay a bill, solve a problem, take care of today. The wealthy think differently. They see every hour as a seed, one that can grow into something far bigger. Time multiplies money when used wisely. A skill learned today pays dividends for decades. An investment planted now compounds without asking for attention. A system built once saves time forever. The wealthy look at the present and ask, what will this look like in 5 years? In 10, in 30? Not because they're obsessed with the future, but because they know time rewards the patient and punishes the impulsive. Time becomes a partner. Most people fight time. The wealthy collaborate with it. Just like money, time can create debt. When you say yes to everything, you borrow time from tomorrow. When you live in reaction instead of intention, you fall behind. When your day is filled with small urgencies, you accumulate a quiet form of time debt that feels like stress, exhaustion, and stagnation. The wealthy avoid this through a subtle shift. They choose their commitments carefully. They guard their calendars like they guard their investments. They understand that every yes is actually a no to something else. Often something far more important. This is why wealthy people often appear calm. Their lives are not overflowing. Their time isn't stretched thin. They aren't drowning in distractions. Space creates clarity. Clarity creates good decisions. Good decisions create wealth. Most people hear compounding and think of money. But the wealthy understand something deeper. Time compounds too. A tiny habit compounds. A relationship compounds. Reputation compounds. Trust compounds. Knowledge compounds. A person who reads daily, even for 10 minutes, becomes unrecognizable in 5 years. A person who invests consistently, even small amounts, changes their entire family tree. A person who protects their focus and avoids noise produces work that others can't match. The wealthy don't chase intensity, they chase consistency, because they know consistency bends time in their favor. Here's something fascinating. As people earn more money, most buy more things. The wealthy buy more time. They hire help. They automate tasks. They delegate what drains them. They build systems that run without them. Not because they're lazy, but because they understand the true cost of a distracted life. Every hour spent on something mindless is an hour stolen from something meaningful. Creating, thinking, building, resting. And here's the most surprising part. You don't need to be rich to start buying time. You just need to value time more than consumption. Even small choices, paying for convenience, simplifying your life, removing clutter, create more free hours. And free hours are the foundation of wealth. Most people make decisions based on how they feel in the moment. The wealthy make decisions based on who they want to be in the future. Time stretches when you think in decades. You stop rushing, you stop panicking, you stop comparing your life to others. Life becomes quieter, more deliberate, more aligned. When you think in decades, investing becomes easier, saving becomes natural, learning becomes enjoyable, patience becomes your competitive advantage. You no longer chase quick rewards, because you are building something far more durable. The wealthy don't get rich quick. They get rich inevitably, because they give their decisions enough time to mature. Not all hours are created equal. 1 hour of focus can be worth more than 10 hours of distraction. 1 hour spent learning can be worth more than a week spent working. 1 hour of thought can save you months of effort. The wealthy understand this deeply. They design their environment to protect their most valuable hours, the hours when they can think clearly, create something new, or make decisions that change everything. They know that the right decision made once can save them thousands of hours in the future. This is why the wealthy prioritize quiet, silence, space to think, because thinking is the most profitable activity on earth, but only when protected from the noise of urgency and distraction. Most people live inside a repeating cycle. Wake up, rush, work, consume, scroll, sleep, repeat. The days blur together. Time becomes something that happens to them. The wealthy break this cycle through intention. They create rhythms. They define priorities. They set boundaries. They schedule rest before exhaustion. They design their days to reflect their values. They don't let the world dictate their time. They dictate how they move through the world. This is not about discipline. It's about alignment. When your actions align with your values, your time stops feeling wasted and starts feeling meaningful. Meaningful time compounds. Wasted time disappears. Time is not only practical, It is deeply emotional. It shapes how we feel, how we grow, how we understand ourselves. The wealthy learn usually through experience that the most painful loss in life is not money, but wasted time, because time reveals truth. The truth about your habits, the truth about your priorities, the truth about what you value, and the truth about who you are becoming. When you slow down long enough to reflect, you begin to see time differently, not as something slipping away, but as something you can shape, gently, patiently, intentionally. You begin to realize that the greatest investment is not in markets or assets, but in how you use the quiet hours of your life. The wealthy understand that every minute is a vote for the future you desire, or the future you drift into by accident. When you treat time with reverence, your life starts to feel lighter, calmer, more aligned with who you truly are, and wealth grows naturally from that alignment. Because wealth, at its core, is simply time converted into freedom. As we come to the end of this reflection, I want to leave you with a quiet thought. You don't need more time. You need a different relationship with time. When you begin to treat hours like seeds, when you plant them with intention, water them with patience, and protect them from distraction, your life begins to transform, not suddenly, not dramatically, but steadily, quietly, beautifully. Time starts to work for you. Your days feel more spacious. Your decisions feel clearer. Your future feels lighter. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, you step into the mindset that the wealthy have known all along. In the end, time is not the cost of wealth. Time is the source of it. If you enjoy calm reflections about wealth, subscribe for more. And if this video helped you see time a little differently, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay thoughtful, stay steady, and stay quietly wealthy. So long, my friends.